from being on a stage before an audience and maybe sitting in your own room writing something? What is the setting you feel most?
Both things are equal. I have just as much fun in both of those environments. They're very different, but they're just both equally satisfying. And yeah, one of them is about connecting maybe with I don't know, something mysterious. Like writing is more like connecting with I don't want to really say God, but you know, something like that. And with an audience, it's like connecting with fellow human beings. And sometimes it's hard to talk to people and stuff like that. But when you play music, you connect with a whole room full of people, and it's easy. It's not difficult, and you know, it's not like you have to be Mr. Popularity. You just have to play your song.
That's true. Yeah, maybe without exaggerating it, but is there one song on this record that you, after maybe you just wrote it or came up with a certain idea, that really felt, wow, it's actually that you feel that you connected to something special, maybe within inside you or outside you, that you really felt, I have this in me?
I think there's a song called So Good at Being in Trouble that I think is the best thing that I've written so far. I think it was pretty honest, and but yeah, I don't
lyrically or musically, what do you think?
I don't know, both maybe. Just in terms of the song, I think of the song as being a marriage between the melody and lyrics, you know.
Can you recall what kind of moment it was that it maybe the thing that made the song came out?
I was just thinking. Sometimes I kind of, and you know, I'm thinking about a certain emotion or a certain thing that's happening, and then you know, everybody has, you know. Before I started writing songs, I would sit down and have a feeling, and just you know, the feeling would overcome me. And songs kind of now I realize that when I write a song, I want to have that feeling. I want to kind of like turn it into a, you know, crystallize it, and then somebody else can relate to it on that level. And that's how I write songs now. I don't think too much about it or anything, but. That song was really like, I was thinking about a feeling, and it translated to a song. Like it felt really direct. So, yeah, it's a good feeling.
Has your way of writing changed a lot over the years? Maybe.
I used to be a lot more experimental and sort of try to screw with people's heads a lot more, and you know, the band and stuff, try things out and stuff like that. Now I have a pretty straightforward thing. I'm trying to. It's less. I feel like it's not like me trying to show somebody how clever I am or something now. Just more trying to wait for ideas to come to me from somewhere else, from subconscious or wherever they come from, you know. And I don't worry about trying to show anybody that I'm clever or show anybody how skilled I am or how good I am at, you know, writing a song or something.
But is for you, do you have a strict discipline when it comes to writing, or is it something that you just sit down when you feel right and see what comes out, or do you really sit every day and try to work on things?
Sometimes I'll sit down. Usually when these days, what I do is I sit down and I'll think like I'm not gonna get up until I've written 5 songs. So I sit down and do it. Or sometimes I think I'm gonna write 10 songs before the sun comes up, and usually I'll end up with like 3, you know.
Still
but you know,
score, huh?
yeah, and it's like I'm thinking that I'm just gonna write one, move on, write one, move on, write one, move on. And usually I end up with some good stuff, but I never get to, you know. I always think like 7 songs or something, and I always end up with 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. I know some people sit down and can actually do that, you know, write 10 songs in a row. I'm quite picky as well. I always want to do something new. I don't want to repeat myself and write the same song, you know, twice.
But is that maybe hard, because now that you said that you write a little bit more in a simplistic way, without the music being simplistic, but is it harder to maybe then don't repeat yourself if you just maybe set yourself certain boundaries to write more simplistic, or?
I don't think it's simplistic in that.
Yeah, maybe it's not the right word, but.
Yeah, I think more direct. I think it might still be different. I don't know. I don't find myself repeating like I don't think I've repeated that many chord changes. You know, the chord changes have been sort of different for every song so far, and I don't feel that feeling of repeating myself yet. So who knows? I don't know. Maybe the next album, I'll cover the same ground. I don't know.